Boom. We're there. Let's do this. One, two, three. Boom, traders. Boom, boom, boom. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to all of you. Yes, it is a holiday here in the United States. Well, I'm not in the United States, but it is a U.S. holiday called Juneteenth. All right. We're celebrating that today. So all U.S. markets, banks, things of that nature that operate from a federal level, they are closed today, but we're not closed. And Bitcoin's not closed either. All right. So we're alive and kicking. I hope you all have been doing well. I hope you have been keeping things together in this unprecedented time. We are living what will be talked about literally for decades, traders. It's some very interesting times, and it is not a time to be sleep, right? It is not a time to it's not a time to be unconscious. I want all of you, I want my followers, my traders, my babies, you, my family. I want you conscious. I want you on top of things. I want you aware of things. This is not the time to basically be just fi- in a financial glaze or glut or haze where you're not keeping on top of things and understanding what will definitely affect your future. Like what we're experiencing now is going to have a very, very, very important and almost permanent effect on your future. And so there are certain things that we need to make sure that we're aware of. There are certain things that we need to do. There are certain things we need to do right now to protect ourselves and so forth and so on. So look, every single week we do this, traders. We get together, we talk about anything that's on your mind. You get the opportunity to ask me questions live. Um, and I typically draw from Twitter and I draw from here as well. I usually start off with a few on Twitter and then I come back here to address my live traders here. A few things that I want you to be aware of is that um, not this upcoming Thursday, but the following Thursday, I will kick off a brand new live series here, right here on this channel in all three languages English, Spanish, and Portuguese. A technical analysis Thursday. So we're going to have technical analysis Thursday with Oliver Velez right here. My name is Oliver Velez. And we're going to every single Thursday we're going to take a technical concept, a technical trading concept, and do a deep dive in that concept. And I'm willing to bet that if you stay with these Thursday live sessions, that after putting 4, 5, or 6 of these Thursday live technical analysis sessions together, stacking them on top of each other, wow, your technical prowess will only grow, will only improve. Your ability to read the markets properly, in my opinion, um, will grow by leaps and bounds. And we're going to raise the level of your technical sophistication in the markets. I'm a true believer that for most people, approaching the markets from a technical perspective is far more important today than approaching the markets from a fundamental perspective when it relates to trading. It's completely different when you're doing something else. But when it comes to trading for a living, trading for income, technicals rule over fundamentals, which tend to be a little more vague and a little bit more appropriate for a a much larger time frame. All right, so that's coming up. All right, and we're also in the midst of a very, very special thing that's going on. I've created my own Black Friday, guys. Just so you know, there are thousands of people around the world who really wait for the end of the year, the official Black Friday, to join my trading programs. And it's for years, it's been a very special day because on this one day a year, I make sure everything that I offer to the trading community, to you, my family, is at the lowest price that will ever exist the entire year. That's been traditionally Black Friday. Well, what I've decided to do is create my own Black Friday, but in the middle of the year. So we have a Black Friday coming up this upcoming Friday. I want you to take full advantage of it. If your goal, if your mission is to do this professionally, to do it the right way, and to do it with me, you know. Um, so I'll be talking about that, but sort of toward the end of our talk today. All right. So that's special that's going on. But let's get to it, guys. I want to take a number of questions that were addressed to me, and um, I'm gonna really, really try, traders. I'm gonna try to not be so winded with some of the questions, but some of your questions are just so amazing, and they are worthy of more than a soundbite. And so it's hard for me when I get one of your questions that really hit your when one of your questions hits on something so deep and so profound and so important that I feel like I have to give it justice. And so this sometimes is why you might see me be a little bit more verbose on one question than another, and it's because I feel that that question has that level of importance. So I hope that's not too much of a problem for you. All right, I hope so. Now I'm going to my Twitter page here just to grab the first few questions here. All right. All right, so this is a question, guys. This is the first time I'm seeing these questions, by the way. All right. This question is asked 39 minutes ago by Jim in in the web. All right, Jim in the web. Thank you for your questions here. Um, Oliver, if while playing the whale on the downside, is it possible to also scalp the retracement? Or is a second account required to simultaneously play the market in both directions? Um, all right. I think that, first of all, before I can really delve into this question, I think our listeners need to understand what you and what we mean by whale. So, what I'm going to do, if I can, is I'm going to go to, all right, I'm going to go to a full screen here. All right. And we are, I'm assuming we're in full screen right now. And we're looking at a Bitcoin chart here, but that's not important. What I want to show you, I'm going to actually move this off of the screen so that we have a nice white space here. Okay. And what what I refer to, or what I teach my traders to do, is to focus on becoming a great whale hunter. All right. This is the basis for becoming a master in any form or any style of market play. It starts off with becoming a good whale hunter. Now, what do I mean by a whale? It is simply this: boom, boom, boom. That is a whale to the upside. Now, the whale to the downside is just the reverse of that. It is boom, boom, boom. Okay? This is the whale. It is made up of three components. All right. It is an initial run to the upside. It is a pullback that preferably does not pull back too deeply into the first run to the upside. So it's a shallow pullback. All right. And then a surge to new highs. That's the long whale. And the short whale is a drop to the downside, an initial drop to the downside. There is a relief rally that is not too powerful. All right, that's very important. There's a relief rally after an initial drop, and then a uh-oh, drop to a new low. So a whale is comprised of these three components, three parts. Okay, long whale to the left, short whale to the right. Now, what I think Jim is asking is, when I play a whale to the upside, let's say Jim buys right there, all right, and we teach our traders to buy what potentially can become the beginning of a move that potentially can become a full whale. We don't know, but we do have ways of determining what items in the market statistically lead to whales. Okay. So let's say Jim knows what those items are and he buys this item that has a decent statistical profile probability of a whale happening after this event. So let's say he buys that event for 2 lots or 200 shares in the form in the way of an equity. What he's asking is if I profit from the first move and I get out of my initial position, can I actually play the whale this way now? Can I flip to the short side and play it to the downside and flip back to the long side and play it to the upside? So, can I play each movement in each direction instead of playing for the whole whale in one direction? So, I believe that's what Jim is asking. Um, Let me just say this. Okay, let me say this, Jim. Yeah, right. All right. This is more hopeful than is really probable. This idea that I'm going to sell this item here, go short on the way down, go back long on the way up, and just keep repeating. I'm going to play every zig and zag, every ebb and flow, every up move, I'm going to be long, every down move, I'm going to be short. No, 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 no. Only in Disney movies. Do you understand? This is only a reality in Disney movies or in the dreams that you specifically have at night in your bed that have no basis in reality. Let's forget about this idea of playing every major wiggle, winkle, wave, little tiny wind that blows each way. This is not the way you play the markets from a masterful point of view. What you're looking for is an approach that ignores the minor moves, not to profit from the minor moves. All right. You're looking for a style or a mentality or a system or approach that helps you be able to distinguish between what's a relief rally in the midst of a major move. You want to be able to determine this is a relief rally. This is a temporary rally in the context of a major powerful move. I want to stay with the power. I don't want to switch teams to the weaker team. If I've got the winning team, I'm going to use the weaker team to build my position, not to play with the weaker team. So let's go back to this chart again so that I can show you the difference, right? All right, I want to do this. All right. Let's do this. Let's go back to the chart and show you exactly what I'm talking about here, right? Okay. So take a look at this. Um, so this is the strong team. This is the weak team. Okay. Strong team creates the bigger leg, the bigger move, the more powerful surge. The weak team produces the weaker move. Okay. That's the weaker move. And the weaker move is going to statistically be temporary and will give way back to the power team. So there's two teams at play here, the up team and the down team. Clearly, the up team is your powerful team. You bet with them. But instead of trying to switch teams from strong to weak, you should use the weak team to beef up your position. So Jim should do this instead. He's going to buy here 2. He's going to sell 1 here, and he's going to add the 1 that he sold here back here. All right. Boom. Add the 1 or 2 or whatever, and there's your full complete whale. All right. So what you're doing is you're using you're using the temporary weakness produced by the weaker team to actually position this better. So you, in essence, are, if I can do this with a different color, you're taking the middle You're taking that portion, you're selling here and you're putting it back there, which means that you grabbed this portion twice, don't you? So you profited from the move here to there, and you're reprofiting from here to there again. So, in a sense, if you do this properly, your whale gets extended. So, look at this. So, remember, you're profiting. Let me do this in a different color. Sorry. So, check this out. Look, this is really, truly beautiful, guys. Try to get this because this is truly beautiful. Do you understand? When I say it's beautiful, this is beautiful. So, check this out. You're getting this move, it's pulling back. You're getting this move again. You understand? So you got it from here to there, and you're getting it again from here to there and beyond. So it's almost like you took this move and put it on top of here. And this move became that move. You see, so the pullback here is gained on twice. So your whale isn't really, and I'll do this with a different color to overcome it. So it's not this to that. It's actually really that because you got this once and this twice. Very, very powerful. That's better than trying to switch teams. We're not team switchers, guys. No team switching. No, 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 no. We don't switch teams, Jim. Traders, tell me you understand. I want to see people say this in the comments. We get it, Oliver. We don't switch teams. I say it. I want to see it in the comments. We don't switch teams. We're not team switchers. Once you've got the power team, you stay with the power team until the power team stops being the power team. We're not team switchers. We don't switch teams. All right. Yeah. Now, Simon Stock Trader has a comment here, which I'd like to address. I hope you don't mind, Simon Stock Trader, for me taking your comment here. So, Simon Stock Trader says the safe play is to wait for the breakout to previous highs. This is a common error, all right, made by millions of traders. All right. So, um, I have to disagree with you here, and I hope I can convince you, Simon Stock Trader, that this is wrong. All right. Um, so what I will tell you is take a look again, right? So look at this, guys. What's what Simon Stock Trader is saying? It's safer to get back in here, but what a lot of market, what a lot of not so seasoned market traders, what a lot of them don't realize is that 72% of all new highs fail. 72%. So listen to me carefully. By buying breakouts to new highs, 72% you're going to be they're going to fail on you at least temporarily, which basically means only 28% really go, right? Now, let me give you the reason for this. The reason is because your stock has already started to run a race from this point here. Depending upon how long that race has been going on, will determine how fresh the breakout is and how healthy your runner is. If your runner has run a long race, by the time it's breakout time, your runner is half dead. you want me to run a new race now? That's just not going to happen. You understand? It depends on how far your stock has run before the breakout. So 72% of all breakouts fail because the stock is tired by the time it gets to, oh my God, the breakout point. You buy there and the stock says, I can't anymore. Do you understand? That's different from this, though. Boom. Now that breakout is one of your 28% that has a higher potential to run because look at the beginning of its move. It's right there. It didn't come from down here. Do you understand? You see the difference in this? So you've got to be able to determine what breakout, what version of a breakout do you have? Do you have the 72% failure version? Or do you have the 28% failure version? Do you know how few people in the markets today playing with their family's fortunes have no concept of this? But that's not you now. All right, you're here. Boom. All right. So I hope that addresses your your question there, Simon Stock Trader. All right. All right, guys. So let me see what is the next question here. All right. This is from Calvin. Calvin's one of my babies, my baby traders. Hi, Calvin. Hope all is well. So his question is, Oliver, taxation payment system. How long or what do you think it would take to see the United States of America not only adopt Bitcoin for payments, but also be able to pay taxes? Well, I think that's relatively close because first of all, um, right now there are certain organizations, obviously in the United States and of course without, that will take Bitcoin. I mean, that's including many organizations that you're already familiar with. So the adoption of Bitcoin as a payment network is has already begun and is taking hold. If you'll recall, I don't know if you're aware of this, but perhaps you are, Calvin. You'll recall that Strike has recently made a deal with the largest payment processor in the United States, if not the world. And in a very short period of time, toward the end of the year, every single merchant in the United States, if not the world, will be able to accept payments by Bitcoin without virtually any concern with the volatility of Bitcoin's price as it relates to the US. So the Bitcoin network is going to be used primarily as the rails for the US dollar versus Bitcoin itself. So Bitcoin, the network, will serve as the backbone for the payment system, which is incredibly huge, traders, because number one, this will eliminate for most merchants the 3.5 to 4% fees they're paying on credit card. Being they're paying their credit card merchant. So remember, there these 3, 4%, 2% fees to utilize the network of a Visa or a MasterCard or an American Express. They don't exist on the Bitcoin network, on the Bitcoin Lightning protocol, right? So these fees basically go away. It's literally it's virtually a zero cost to transfer value on the Bitcoin Lightning network. So all of this is going to be instituted using Bitcoin Lightning as the rails, and the end merchant, right, has no issue with the volatility of Bitcoin's US dollar price, because Bitcoin ultimately has no price. It's only when you look at it through the eyes of the dollar, because the dollar is going to just hit the rails of Bitcoin and then come out on the other side as a dollar for the merchant. This is incredibly huge. It's huge and it's in the works now. The deal is already done. And I believe that right before Christmas time this year, we will see this in full bloom. And so this is already done for the most part and taking place. Now, as it relates to taxes, I believe that this is also very close because right now in the United States, there are senators and politicians that will accept Bitcoin as political contributions. Maybe I think that's true. If it's not, there are right now bills on the table to make that so. So I can't, don't quote me on this, guys, but I do know that either you can right now. And my point is that if increasingly politicians are going to be okay taking your Bitcoin as contributions, then the very next step is to basically be able to pay taxes and Bitcoin as well. So I just don't think these things are very long off. I think that the adoption curve that's happening with Bitcoin is the fastest adopted item that the world has ever seen. But it's still early because if you place where the Bitcoin network is in adoption based on the population of the world, 1.5% have in the world have adopted Bitcoin so far, and we're at 20,000. Think of this, guys. 1.5% of the world adopted Bitcoin, and with 1.5%, we went from 0 to 20,000. Well, we were at 69,000, but let's use today's price. 1.5% of the world caused a financial item to go from 0 to 20,000. Where is 3%, 5%, 10%? And it doesn't go one for one. This is not, when you're talking about um, m- um, the Lindy effect and Metcalfe's law and things of this nature, the things that underlie the adoption of new technologies and new systems, it is not a one for one. One person joining Facebook connects to how many people? That's not one to one. That doesn't mean that if someone opens a Facebook account, they 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 connect with one person. No, that one person has it has an exponential growth value to the network. So it's 1 plus 1 equals like 50. Do you understand? And so every 1% is like 50%. It's crazy. It's an exponential growth curve. And every technology has followed this growth curve, but Bitcoin is going through the adoption phase faster than anything the world has ever seen. Up until that point, the internet was the fastest growing network ever known to mankind. Now, guys, networks have been around for thousands of years. The road system is a network, highways are a network. All right, we're not talking just about digital networks today. Language is a network. The English language is a network, and that how many people over time have adopted the network of the English language? Do you understand what I'm saying? And it is not even the best language, but English has basically taken over the world, has been the most adopted, right, language network on the planet. Okay. And so their networks have been with us for thousands of years. But Bitcoin is is the fastest adopted network that has ever existed in the history of the world. And so it is literally the internet of money. It is not money for the internet, it is the internet of money. So the very same thing that the internet did for information and knowledge, Bitcoin has come to do for money. Everything has been revolutionized by the network effect of technology. Everything has been revolutionized by technology. The only thing that remained for hundreds of years, untouched, unrevised, unupdated, is the current monetary system, money. Money stayed unaffected by the internet's entire global revolution. It was spared somehow, but not anymore. So these things are very close, in my opinion. All right, guys. Next question here. Next question here. Let me just see if anybody has any follow-up comments to this here. Kawaka says, yes, Bitcoin went from 0 to 20,000 without Gates and Buffett. Yeah, absolutely. And Gates and Buffett, it's quite natural that they wouldn't support something that had that almost is the antithesis of the system that created the wealth that they have today. This is at the core of disruption of the very thing that helped them achieve their status today. And so, quite naturally, you would not want anything that is somewhat of the antithesis of the system that made you who you are today. And I get it. I understand that. I don't fault them. All right, let's see here, guys. Um, Shashank Rathod is asking how to take a loss, stop loss. Guys, how to take a stop loss. I actually covered this very deeply in my Saturday 3-hour long masterclass on 10 things, 10 steps every trader must take to become profitable. And if you have not watched that, you're really missing out. You need to do that in its entirety. So I delve into the two types of stops that you need. And just, I'm not going to go into great detail with it because this is in Saturday's presentation and you need to watch it. So, what I cover is that there are two general broad stop categories. One, one is that you need a maximum loss per trade. Every trader should operate with a maximum loss per trade. What is that number? What's the maximum dollar amount you will lose on a trade? Now, this dollar amount can't be something that makes you depressed. This dollar amount, if you lose, can't be make it should not make you feel like you need counseling. Do you understand? Now, no loss is pleasant. I get that, but it should be a loss small enough, controllable enough to make you believe like, ah, all right, that didn't work so well, but I'll get it back next trade. Now, if the loss feels like you just want to die, it's too big. Or you feel completely blown away, it's too big. Your maximum loss should be not too small, but it can't be big enough to make you feel like, how am I going to get this back? It should make you feel like the very next trade can get it back. So you need to have that. My traders typically start off with about $65 to $75 maximum loss per trade, not per day. That's a different number per trade. Now, you need a maximum loss per trade, but you also need a technical stop system or approach that typically gets you a stop out point that is less than your maximum loss per trade. Maximum is that final net that catches you. Like the maximum is called maximum for a reason. This is that final safety valve that prevents you from experiencing utter disaster. All right. But you need to not, you can't lose maximum every time. You have to lose smaller. So, how do you know how to use a smaller stop? You use a 1 bar system. So to give you a very quick to give you a very quick view of this, right? What am I doing here? To give you a very quick view of this, if I'm going to buy this bar right there, okay, then a 1 bar stop system compels me to put my stop 1 penny under that bar. You understand? So if I'm going to buy this bar, a 1 bar stop system would compel me to put a stop under that bar. So I like traders to start off with a 1 bar stop approach. You're going to risk 1 bar. And when you risk 1 bar, you're going to actually exponentially increase the odds that you flip into profitable territory over a collection of trades. Why? Because you don't even have to have skill to grab winning trades that produce 4 bars, 8 bars, 10 bars, 12 bars, 3 bars, 2 bars, 5 bars. Because the winning side is not something that you contribute to. You contribute to one side only, the loss side. Your job is to stop the stock market, to stop the stock. The stock's job is not to stop itself. Your job is to stop the stock. The stock market's job is to deliver the gain, and your job is to fire the stock when it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. You're the firer, the stock is the runner, the worker. Now, what a lot of people do in their trading is that they confuse their function. They think their job is to win. That's not your job. That's the stock's job. Your job is to cut. Your job is to stop. Your job is to prevent the stock from from producing disaster. Your job is to fire the stock when it fails to operate according to the team's plan. And who's the team? You and the stock. You're both team players, but you're the boss. And so you don't even have to have skill to have a stock run 3 bars on you, run 5 bars on you, run 10 bars on you, run 8 bars. But you do have to have skill to kill a play at 1 bar every single time. And if you can limit your losses to 1 bar every single trade of your life, I promise you, you'll get 15 bar wins, 12 bar wins, 10 bar wins, 2 bar wins, 5 bar wins, 4 bar wins, 8 bar wins, 1 bar wins, but you will never lose more than 1 bar. And this, at its core, is proper trading, proper trade management, proper risk management. I risk 1 for more. Done. So remember, 2 types of stops. Maximum, don't ever let yourself go beyond maximum. And then 1 bar stop method. All right? Good. Hope that helps. Awesome, guys. Yeah. I like it. Like it. Whoo. All right. Let's see here. All right. Calvin says, my problem is not letting the winners run and adding and reducing. I have so much to learn once active again. Letting the winners run. Yes, this is also something that I actually, traders, delved quite deeply into this last Saturday. Remember, guys, if you did not watch that, I am telling you, these 3 hours are going to elevate you like instantly to a new level of understanding. All right. Um, I delved into the snatching of profits too early. But let me explain this, which I think is really important to understand. Progress in trading is supposed to happen in an orderly fashion. And most market participants are not approaching their progress in an orderly, segmented, deep compartmentalized way. What they're doing is just tackling all trading at once. And that is almost guaranteeing your failure. No one throws you in school at kindergarten and says, here's all 12 years of your education all at once. Boom, knock yourself out. There's higher trigonometry there, there's geometry, there's chemistry, there's biology, there's arithmetic, there's division, there's history, there's English, and there's another separate language outside of English there. There's art, and there's no one does that, right? You're whoa, the bit rate is too low. That's weird. Guys, how is my image? Let me know how my image is. I'm getting some warning signs here. But the point I want to tell you is that um you can't bite off everything. So the orderly way is that you start off with losses first. You forget about winning. Do you understand this? You can't tackle the winning side first. And this is something I talked about this past Saturday. I talked about it. You can't go straight to winning. Everyone you meet is trying to win. Wrong. Everyone that you know who's stepped into the trading game, they're trying to win. No. Wrong. You've got to focus on becoming a good loser first. So the first thing is shrink your losses. I gave this tip today on my Instagram channel, right? Shrink your losses. Take your average losing trade from last week, starting tomorrow, shave 20% off of that. Let your whole week's goal next week is to chop the loss from last week by 20%. All you have to do is take all of your losing trades, add up the total amount that you lost on all of your losing trade last week, divide by the number of losing trades. That gives you your average loss per trade. Now, Take 20% off of that and make that your maximum loss per trade this week. And I guarantee you, Tuesday through Friday, your results improve. How can it not if you're losing less than last week? What if you did this every single week? Right? You have to start from the bottom up. You don't build a house from the roof down, you build it from the foundation up, right? Well, you build it from what's below ground. You build the basement, you build the foundation is below the ground, right? Well, what's below the ground in trading? Loss territory. You got to start at the freaking foundation. You can't be like, I know I'm a loser, but let me focus on winning. How do you focus on winning if you're a loser? Does that even make sense? I know I'm a loser, but I'm going to focus on being a winner without changing the fact that I'm a loser. What? No, you have to stop being a loser to have any hope of becoming a winner after that, right? So, what we do is we chop down the losing side first and we forget about winning. And remember what I told you, you don't do anything to produce a win. You think you do. Your ego makes you think you are the reason you had a winning trade. You're not the reason. You didn't push the stock up. You didn't call up your billionaire friends to have them pump the stock for you. You didn't do anything except pray and sit there with butterflies in your stomach and sweaty palms. You did absolutely nothing but hope. You're not called to do something there. You're called to do it all on the losing side. You lose your way to success in this game. Do you understand this? Say it. I lose my way to success in this game. Say it. Every single loss has a little kernel inside. You're supposed to break it open, pull that kernel out, and say, ah, now I understand. And you take that into the next trade. And if that trade's a loss, you crack it open and pull out the little kernel there. And you, one by one, you lose your way to a higher standard. You lose your way to better discipline. You lose your way to higher levels of experience and sophistication. And you will lose your way right across that line into profitable territory. We put seeds in the ground first, down first, so that they can grow up later. We pull a slingshot back first to propel it forward. You lose your life to gain it. You work and expend time and energy first, then you get the reward later. This is life. And if you're trying to cheat that process of not going back first, then forward, if you're trying to go forward without going back, you're doomed because it doesn't work that way. And God help you if it does, even temporarily. God help you if you start winning before you're supposed to win. God help you if you start grabbing money from the markets before you're skilled, before you're experienced, before you know what you're doing, because that's luck. And you know what? The market hates luck. Life hates luck. If you get something from life, and the market is nothing more than a microcosmic version of life, right? If you get something from the market that's not really yours, oh my God, I don't even want to be close to you. I don't want you around me because a freaking boulder might fall out of the sky on top of your head. You're going to pay for having that does not belong to you. And you're going to pay way more than what you got that you shouldn't have gotten. This is proof of work, baby. This is not proof of stake. All right. Your gains in the future are going to be proof that you put work in, not proof of stake, proof of work. You understand what I'm saying? And you want it to be that way. You don't want this to be easy. You want there to be sacrifice. You want to have to put work in. You want to have to expend time and energy and effort and make sacrifices. And on the other side of that comes your reward. Because then the system's not fair if someone can get to the other side without that, but you have to do it, but they don't have to do it. That's proof of stake. We don't operate in this universe on proof of stake. We operate on proof of work. A farmer cannot benefit from a crop without putting 6 to 8 months of work in first. Do you understand? You can't win at this unless you put work in first. I don't care what website tells you you can instantly become profitable. I don't care what promoter of a course tells you you can get rich overnight. I am telling you, it's all a lie. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes sacrifice, it takes freaking work, and it takes experience. Experience requires time, experience cannot be rushed. And so, if you think that it is possible to be extraordinarily great at this in a very, very short period of time, I'm telling you, save your money now and save your time and go take up something like, I don't know, crocheting or something like that. Crochet. It's easier, it's safer, and you can probably get that faster than you can get trading. But don't come here with that attitude because it's sad. It's sad. All right. DA says, Oliver, I'm putting DA dollar US dollar. D, DA dollar saying, put in work. I'm putting in the work now. I can't wait for it to pay off. Yeah. And look, make sure that every week you are not the same. Traders, this is the key. How can you let the next week be the same as last week? Like what kind of life policy or philosophy is that? You're supposed to be a better version of who you are this week than last week. And that requires some reflection, right? So today couldn't be, oh wow, my God, Todd Bell, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Todd Bell. I appreciate that. Um, I will tell you that, wow, Todd, you made me lose my thought here. Shoot. But thank you. That's very generous of you. Um, you have to make sure that every weekend, whether it's the Saturday or the Sunday, pick one. I usually use Sundays. Sundays are special to me because I sit down and I reflect. I go back over the last week. What was it that I didn't do that I should have done? I write that down. Guys, look, you think I'm lying, you think I don't do this, right? And I do this physically. I'm from the old school, so I can do it on my phone, but I just like the feel of a pen and a journal in my hands. And what I do, guys, is what did I do? What was I supposed to do or didn't do? And I put that down. What did I do that I shouldn't have done? I write that down. What should I have done more of that I didn't do enough of? I write that down. What is there anything new that I should do for the entire week coming up? I write that down. And so this way, starting from Sunday, I make every week, I give every week a purpose, almost as if I can give the week a name. I can give the week a theme. And that week, Monday through Friday, in this case, Tuesday through Friday, is going to be dedicated to something. It it is not enough to go into your week just saying, I just hope I win this week. Traders, that's not enough. That's not powerful enough. Everyone on the planet wants to win this week. And what else? Make it freaking specific. I'm going to shave 20% off of my losses this week. I will guarantee myself I will lose 20%. My average loss was $100. I'm going to take 20% off of that. No trade will be more than $80 this week. Boom. If you just do that one thing, you can't not be better this week. And next week, you grab something else. And then the next week, you grab something else. And you give every week a theme. You give every week a specific purpose. Do you understand? It should just not be, I just want to do better than last week. That's not enough. It's got to be freaking specific. How are you going to be better? What are you going to do to make sure you're better. Map it out. And every trade you take that into that trade. Do you understand? And this is not just for trading, this is for life, guys. You think I don't do this? Look at this. What is this? And we got a nice little lock on it. Boom. Oh, wait. Look, 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 look. Some of my traders know that story, right? Look, 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 look. Look, 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 look. Here's another one. No lock, but a little binder here. Oh, what's that? Hmm. Oh, wait. Look, 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 look. Oh, this one has a little tab on it. Mhm. And my initials there. Guys, look, I don't just talk this. I've lived this for over 30 years. I've been writing shit down for 30 years, 30 plus years. Every single week of my life, every day. There is power in this. Do you understand? There is power in this pen. It changed the world, and not enough people use this. I'm telling you. Now, some people say, Oliver, what do you mean by la 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 la? Is I have a I had a childhood friend who had this really deep stutter, and back in my day, it was normal to be cruel to your friends, right? And so we would always, um, tease him. And every time we were wanted everybody to look at something, "La, la, 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 la." That's like saying, look, because he could never say look once. Like, look, guys, look. La, 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 like he was trying to finish the word. We were cruel, guys. I know we were cruel. La, 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 la. Okay. All right. I hope he's not like listening to me right now. He's gonna try to kill me or something like that. La, 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 la. All right. All right. SP is saying, Oliver, I'm a full-time trader with 2.5 years of experience. I'm still in loss. Okay. 2.5 years is still a baby. Cuckoo, caca. Still a baby. All right. I know I'm getting better. Good. That's the important thing. But how should I know that I'm on the right path? This is an excellent question, SP. And I am going to have to go to the whiteboard. All right. Let's do it. I'm going to the whiteboard because I think that SP has touched on something that I need all of you to know. And I'm going to map this out. And this is, I think, going to be what I'm going to share with you right now based on SP's question is valuable and it's encouraging as well. All right. So let me do that now. If I can, we're going to do it now. All right. Boom. Back to here. All right. Check this out. Guys, I wish someone told me this when I first started trading, but I didn't have anybody. This is where everyone starts, ground zero. What they think should happen from here is this. But that is not what happens. What happens, or what should happen, is this. Negative territory. See, this is zero, but they start moving down. But if they're doing the right thing, as they're moving down deeper and deeper into negative territory, something magical is happening. And I think that's happening with SP based on his comment. Oliver, I've been in this for 2.5 years. I'm getting better. That's this line. Oliver, I'm getting better. What does he mean? He's still losing. So how is he getting better if he's still losing? See, the red line says I'm still losing. The green line says I'm getting better. What's the green line? The red line is money. The green line is your knowledge, your information, you're becoming more knowledgeable. You're becoming more experienced. You're becoming better. You know this. You feel it. There is no doubt, but your account says you're not. And this is the strange dichotomy that many people don't understand. This is normal. This is supposed to happen. You're supposed to have that disconnect. You're supposed to improve, and your account says, no, you're not improving. You're supposed to get better, and your account say, no, you're not getting better. You're supposed to become more intelligent, more knowledgeable, but your account says, no, you're not more intelligent. You're not more knowledgeable. And this is the number one reason most people wind up in the trader cemetery, because they don't understand that this is supposed to happen. Some people leave because of this and call trading a scam, because they understood that I was getting better, but my results were getting worse. How is that? It must be a scam. Or Oliver's stuff doesn't work because they're experiencing this with my tactics and techniques, but this is normal. You see, your success is on the other side of a certain amount of accumulated experience. And let's say that that level is here for this person. So until you get there, all right, this will continue to drop. Even though you are, in fact, improving. You know this, you feel it. But at a certain point, boom, this turns. Oh my God, traders. That is the moment. That's the rebirth. That's the turn. You're still negative, but something happened. Something turned. You're no, this strange dichotomy no longer exists anymore. Now, if you keep pulling forward this way, this will accelerate faster than it declined. Boom. Do you understand? Faster. The rise is very rapid when you make that turn. Boom. You see? And get this. What happens is that your knowledge starts to tail off, meaning that you've reached the point where you don't need to know anything else. You don't need to learn anything new. You don't need to grow your knowledge so much. You just need to keep doing it. Keep doing it. You're not learning anything really new yet. Just keep doing it. Keep doing it, doing it. And this will keep rising, and something magical happens here. Now, the green represents your experience level. The green represents your knowledge, your information, your discipline. But something magical happens here. Your whole game flips. Boom! And your results, traders, your results start to outstrip what you deserve. I'm going to repeat that. Your results begin to outstrip what you deserve. You deserve this level, but you get more than you deserve. This area is called luck, but it is earned, traders. Your luck is earned by putting the work in. Your luck is earned by putting the sacrifice in. Your luck is earned by never quitting, by lasting, by dealing with the ridicule, dealing with the depression, dealing with the wanting to give up. That is all the proof of work that you put in. And when the turn happens, if you don't stop, there is a place at which, traders, you actually start winning beyond your capability, beyond what you deserve, beyond your skill level. And yes, you get lucky. You get lucky, traders. And what do I mean by that? What do I mean by you get lucky? Your cat walks across the freaking keyboard and buys a stock and it makes money. You have to run to the bathroom really fast. and come back and your stock's up. Just when you're about to exit a trade, your internet goes down, right? And you're freaking out, and your internet comes up, and you're like, I'm up an extra $2,000. I'm glad my internet was down. That's what I'm talking about. The life, the nature, life, God, universe, whatever word you want to do, smiles on those who put the work and sacrifice in. Do you understand? It rewards it or he or they, whatever word you, whatever pronoun you want to put to it. It just pays dividends. You plant one freaking apple tree and it grows how many apples with the capability of planting how many thousands upon thousands of other apple trees? That's how the universe works. It multiplies, but you gotta put the work in. You have to show the gods of the market that you're not going anywhere. You can outlast losing. Losing can't last forever. You can outlast it. Do you understand? You can out persist failure. Let failure give up first. Let losing give up first. My whole program was designed for this. I designed a program that gives people the ability to last, to fight their demons without losing their family's fortune, to last during their period of putting in the work. Because, guys, you're going to lose first. I showed you to it. I mapped it. I drew it for you like a freaking Picasso. Your knowledge is going to go up. Your account's going to go down. Why do that to your family when you know that's the first period of development? Why? Because you think that you can escape it or you don't know that that's the first one. This ruins a lot of people. There's 308 people here. It should be 30,000 people here. But there never will be. You know why? Because of what I'm telling you here. There'll be 30,000 people when I tell, or it's 499 people. But there will be 30,000 people here when I start, if I were to start saying, you don't need to put in any work. You can have this right now. You can start this upcoming tomorrow and you can have success. You can have the dreams. You don't have to put in sacrifice. The world is different today. It doesn't require time. You can have it instantly just because you want it. And there will be 30,000 people show up for that message. But that is not my message and never will be. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right. Level Up says, "OV. So, what are your thoughts on the S&P? I just think that we've got a little bit more downside. But guys, I will tell you this: we're closer to the end than we are the beginning or the middle. So that is one thing I think that should be understood as far as the collapsing of markets worldwide. Anything of value is basically taking a hit right now. I do believe that if we can hold on long enough for September, October, that the turn is going to be vicious because the risk on is going to come back off, come back on when the Fed will have to be forced to become a lot more dovish. They're already starting to plant the seeds for that. The time to build is now, especially with Bitcoin, because when that happens, God help you if you're trying to catch the turn. It's going to be too violent. You got to start now. So I think that we've got September, October. This thing's gonna we're going to be in full rocking mode right into next year. And so in a sense, this is an opportunity. In a sense, we've got the roadmap. If I'm right, now I could be wrong. I don't think I am. That's why I'm telling you. But I'm preparing my traders for that. You understand? And so you've always when you're in a downdraft like this, you always have to keep your finger on the pulse of something, and that is You've got to think in thirds, right? So you got to say, am I in the top third of the decline? Am I in the middle of the decline? Or am I likely in the lower third of the decline? And so the way you do that is to be conservative. You take the biggest drop that you think is possible. What's the biggest drop the S&P can really have? What's the biggest drop Bitcoin can have? So let me give you an example with Bitcoin because it's easier. Bitcoin right now is down 71 or 2% from its all-time high. 70 plus percent. Its maximum drawdown historically was 85%. So if we take the maximum 85 and we're already at 70, and then you ask yourself that question, am I in the beginning? Well, how can you be in the beginning? You're already down 70, the maximum is 85. Am I in the middle? How can you be in the middle? We're down 70, maximum's 85. So if you can determine you're at the freaking end, then what do you think you should be doing? Should you think you should be scared right now? Running for the hills? You think you should be shorting right now? Really? That doesn't even mathematically make sense right now. Now, I could be wrong, guys. I'm just telling you how I've been approaching markets for 30 plus years. And I've done fairly well. All right. So that's all I'll say about that. All right, guys, listen. I got a couple things I want to talk to you about if I can. All right. The first thing I want to let you know is that I am still in the midst of Oliver's Freedom Tour. All right. So done Miami, done Sao Paulo. Love Sao Paulo. Love Miami too. Medellin. Absolutely in love with Medellin. Medellin, I love you. Te amo. Medellin. All right. Barcelona is next. All right. Some people say, Oliver, why not Madrid? Because I like Barcelona. Sorry. I go where I like. All right. Barcelona, July 16th, guys. If you're in a region, if you're in Europe somewhere, come. Let's hang out. Let's do this together. Let's start this journey together. It'll be very special there. Very special city for me, Barcelona. And Cancun, Mexico in September. So if you happen to be free during those times, and I'd love to meet you. I'd love for us to spend a few days together, putting my tactics and techniques to work. And then after these days, there's 10 weeks that we work together to perfect all of your market play. It's pretty freaking amazing. All right. So tourolivervelez.com. All right. The other thing I want you to be aware of is, guys, I created my own Black Friday. Remember, I told you so many people from around the world, they wait once a year to try to get the lowest price. And I had a history of using Black Friday to cut prices to a price only on one day that you would never see the entire year. And people would literally wait, and there would just be a mad rush for 24 hours. Our phones would not stop. Everyone would just be signing up for various things on that particular day because the prices were going to disappear. Well, I decided that I'm going to create my own Black Friday in the middle of the year. That's right. So now there's a new Black Friday, my Black Friday. That's this upcoming Friday. All right. Enter for this now, tradingolivervelez.com. But I want to show you what is available, guys. Now, look, every trader of mine goes through this program, right? This is my fully funded program. They get trained every single day. They spend time with me. They spend time with some of the best traders in the industry. They're educated every day, trained every day, corrected every day, guided every day, nurtured every single day, forever. This doesn't have an expiration or anything like that. They start off in training. All they have to do is show me the ability to make $3,000. And then they're done. They're live. Now, they have to do that without losing maximum loss per day of 200. So they have to inch their way to a $3,000 cumulative profit without letting the bell ring on $200. So while they're inching toward 3,000, they've got to cut before 200 is hit on any given day. If they can do that, if they can get to 3,000 without ringing that $200 bell, They've graduated. That is a responsible trader. And now I put them in business. Give them $50,000 in buying power to trade with, and their first goal at level one, real one, is to make 3,000 the same way. All right. They're going to get 40% of the gains. I'm going to get 60. But remember, it's my capital. They don't risk a single penny of their money. Their family is safe. No, even if they lose, it's my loss, not even theirs. You understand? So since I'm taking the greater risk, the trader, I get the greater reward, 60%, 40% to the trader. Now, if the trader passes 3,000, then I drop 100,000 in their account. And their goal is 6,000, but now their bell is 400. They got to try to get the 6,000 without ringing that $400 bell. Be responsible. Be a winner that's not a gambler. Be a winner that is responsible by not letting that $400 bell ring. You get 40%, I get 60%, and then on, guys. Then it moves to a $250,000 account, then a $500,000 account. My top trader has 40 some odd million dollars, all right, in buying power, all right? And that's the program. Far too many people are not approaching this like a trading firm, like a professional organization. They don't have a roadmap, they don't have a plan, they don't have an advancement table. They're just out there every day sloshing their family's money around, waiting for their occasional streak of luck to happen. That's not the way you become a professional. This is the way. All right. I brought a Wall Street trading firm approach to Main Street, and this is it. All right. Now, this program, usually the complete package is $3,500, which is an amazing price, guys. Think of this as a lifelong thing. It never stops. Lifelong funding, lifelong training and education that never stops. As long as you have my capital, you will never not be trained and educated. I'm still learning. You're going to keep still learning. All right. But you're going to get every single strategy. You're going to be in a live trading room guided by professional traders with your peers every single day, where they guide you, correct you, answer your questions. You trade with them. You trade with me. We do things together. We have assignments, study sessions, homework. This is the way you do it. All right. You get access to funding at the 40% level your whole life. You will never have to put a single penny into anything. Now, this 3,500 also will include the complete trader package and the live trading camp. That live trading camp is my specialty. That is what I use to train you to be a 20-minute trader. That is my specialty. That's what made me famous on Wall Street. My ability to call me the 20-minute trader, trader who could pull the most money out of the markets in 20 minutes, the first 20 minutes. That. Now, some people do these apart. Some people start off with complete and do live trading camp later. Some people start off with live trading camp and eventually do complete later. But many people just take both at the same time for the discounted price of $3,500. Now, the way you look at this, guys, is take this cost, divide it by this cost, spread it out over 5 years. Give yourself 5 years. Not 5 years to be profitable, 5 years to be a freaking master. Give yourself 5 years. Divide this over 5 years. What's the annual amount? What's this divided by 5? What's the annual cost of this? And then divide that annual cost by 12. And what's the monthly cost? And then take that and divide it by 30 days. And what's the daily cost? And my God, it's a freaking cup of coffee. It's not even a Starbucks coffee. It's a freaking cup of coffee a day. If to do this the right way is not worth a cup of coffee, then you should disappear. This is not for you. Why are you listening to me? It's crazy. Why are you here? You think that you're not worth a cup of coffee. It's crazy. These prices are crazy, guys. It's not designed to make riches from you. It's designed to create a trader. And I have to have some cost associated with. I've got a team, I got support, I got technicians, I got technology, I got bandwidth, it's a business. All right, but these prices are crazy low. Forever. These are forever prices, meaning that one time done, finished forever. But I'm giving you a discount. 72 hours, guys. Look. Now, if the $3,500 was a cup of coffee, this is a half a cup of coffee. Do you understand? It's crazy, guys. This is a dinner in New York with your family and a couple of decent bottles of wine. I mean, come on, give me a break. Now, I know for everyone this is not small, but you'll go on a vacation that disappears for life. Some of you will have a procedure on your body. All right. You'll go out every weekend and get a six pack. And over a few months, man, you've already paid that. Come on, guys. This is life changing. And if there's any chance that it can do for your life what it did for mine, oh my God. So, very, very deep discounted prices, guys. And if that's not the only thing, here's the freaking, oh my God. My staff put this together. And I'm saying, oh my God. So as a bonus, right? If you do take that complete package for 3,500, which is now 1797, you're going to get 60% of the payout. I'm going to be the minority partner in the business. I'm going to take the 40%. You're going to get the 60%. That's crazy. And I am launching an Oliver Velez Academy. This is going to be the Netflix of trading, guys, where you're going to log onto this thing and you're going to have just tons of educational content on every possible topic. Like somebody was just asking, stop losses, Oliver. Boom, you're going to go to the academy, click on stop losses, and there's going to be like tons of educational content on specifically and only stop losses. You're interested in trading psychology, you're going to go to trading psychology, click on that, and there's going to be tons of videos and educational content just on trading psychology. This is going to be the Netflix of trading. And then I'm going to put it out there for $3,000 access, and you're going to get that absolutely free for life. What? Come on, guys. If you want to do this the right way, you want to do this with funding, you want to do it the professional way, you want to do it with the right training, the right education, the right knowledge, the right guidance, the right amount of capital, and for life, this is it. Your daily cost over a 5-year period is pennies. It's under $1. But a frappuccino is like $7. It's crazy, guys. Crazy. So listen, tradingolivervelez.com. Join me, guys, if you're interested in doing this. All right. I just want to thank you all for your support. I want to thank you for your questions. They get better and better every single week. I love this, guys. By the way, I love that the contact, the almost one-on-one. I love the live dynamic nature of it. I shine more than doing a recording like that, in my opinion. Um, so I just want to thank you, guys. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, click the bell in the upper right hand corner. Make sure that you are not fooled by any of the false accounts out there. I need you to be careful with that. I am OL Velez 007. I don't have dashes. I don't have periods. Make sure the zeros are zeros and not O's. All of these tactics are used to prey on my following, and I just don't want you subject to that. Do you understand? Be careful. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me anywhere where you can potentially reach out to me and contact me directly. All right. And God bless you guys. Listen, be safe out there. I believe we are closer to the end than we are to the middle or the beginning of this downdraft. And stay close to me. We'll get through this together. We'll get through it the right way. Thank you very much. Love you to death. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. All right. We're back at the trading game on Tuesday, tomorrow morning. I'm ready to go. All right, guys. Ciao for now. Boom, boom, boom. Another one. Yay. Another one. Guys, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. My God, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is crazy. You guys are so generous. So, so generous. Thank you so much. Wow, who was this? Todd Bell? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And Todd, Terrence, thank you. All of you guys. Listen, if I didn't get to your question, Todd, Terry, Tarika Green, if I didn't get to you, just reach out to me directly on in my DMs on Twitter, and I will get to you one on one. Okay. Awesome, Tarika. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Love you to death. Boom.